Hi, my name is Matthew Stride, and this is my article report speech. My article name is Stereotypes by Gary M. Grobman, and we will be discussing stereotypes today. Many of you may ask what a stereotype and what is a stereotype and how are they applied to us. A stereotype is a generalization about a person or group of persons. We develop stereotypes when we are unable or willing to obtain all of the information we would need to make fair judgments about people or situations. In the absence of total picture, stereotypes in many cases allow us to fill in the blanks. Our society often innocently creates and perpetuates stereotypes, but these stereotypes often lead to unfair discrimination and persecution when the stereotype is unfavorable. For example, if we are walking through a park late at night and encounter 3 senior citizens wearing fur coats and walking with canes, we may not feel as threatened as if we were met by 3 high school-aged boys wearing leather jackets. Why is this so? We have made a generalization in each case. These generalizations have their roots in experiences we have had ourselves, read about in books and magazines, seen in movies or on television, or have had related to us by friends and family. In many cases, these stereotypical generalizations are reasonably accurate, yet in virtually every case we are resorting to prejudice by ascribing characteristics about a person based on a stereotype without knowledge of total facts. By stereotyping, we assume that the persons who are members of groups with which we have not had first-hand contact. Television, books, comic strips, and movies are all abundant sources of stereotyped characters. For much of its history, the movie industry has portrayed African Americans as unintelligent, lazy, or violent-prone. As a result of viewing these stereotyped pictures of African Americans, for example, prejudice against African Americans has been encouraged. In the same way, physically attractive women have been and continue to be portrayed as unintelligent or unintellectual and sexually promiscuous. Stereotypes also evolved out of fear of persons from minority groups. For example, many people have the view of a person with mental illness as someone who is violent-prone. This conflicts with statistical data which indicate that persons with mental illness tend to be no more prone to violence than the general population. Perhaps the few, but well-publicized, isolated cases of mentally ill persons going on rampages have been planned and seed this myth about these persons. This may be how some stereotypes developed in the first place, a series of isolated behaviors by a member or group of which has unfairly been generalized to be viewed as character of all members of that group. Thank you. That was my article report speech.